Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'm your host, Tank, and with me we have the one and only, the legend, Key.
What up?
We have the very, very enthusiastic Mark.
Yo, yo, yo.
And ladies, watch yourself, because this man will devour your pants. Mr. Devour. How's it going, man? It's been a long time.
Literally the best intro I've heard.
Gotta watch out. This man's a ladies killer. How's it going, Devour?
Pretty good.
It's been a while.
How about you guys?
It's been good. I've been good.
Pretty
Good,
much
buddy.
been, I don't know, 3 years?
3? Yeah, it's been a while.
4?
Longer,
At least.
longer for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last time, I think the last message I ever got from Devour was, "Hey, you're gonna get Uncharted 4?" Yeah, I think so.
And then that was it. And then he went radio
And
silent.
after
for
that, it was
3
just
years.
silence.
I mean, yeah, I never bought PlayStation 4, so.
Oh, shit.
Look at
Damn.
this guy.
Throwback.
Look at this
Well,
guy.
you're gonna be on the PS5, right? Coming out in 2020.
Is
Nah,
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pen this by the end of 2019. I will have converted all of you to PC.
I don't know about that.
If
Dude,
that will
I'm
happen.
telling you, man.
Shit, my
And we got
PC's
squad
on
up.
my bed right now.
So what? But no, Sniper, really explain it. Like, what do you think, if you gave it one reason, what's the one reason you made the switch?
It's a multi-tiered reason, but if I had to narrow it down to one particular reason, I guess broadening my gaming experience, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is there's just so much more to the aspect of gaming as far as what kind of games there are, the type of games, the way you play the games, the communities of the games. It's just way more accessible as far as like learning and playing different things. I'll always be dual. I'll always own a PlayStation, and part of that reason is A, the exclusives on PlayStation, and B, no PC, no matter how advanced it gets, it can't beat the casual play of just turning on your console, turning on your TV, and playing a game. You know what I mean? But like PC gaming, man, though, especially if you invest like not even that much, like $1,000 most. Invest like $1,000 and you get something that's like way better than a console,
Yeah.
power wise. And
No, I mean, all that stuff resonates. And the only reason I ask is because, like, for me, I mean, we've talked about this, but, like, over the years, it's, like, harder and harder to find games. Or just, I'm not as much as a gamer as I used to be.
Yep.
But the times I do play, I want it to be casual, and I don't want to think about it too much. But you always, like, I know it was, like, a super big part of your life, so I see why, like, you made that switch.
yeah, that's definitely it. Console is definitely for more casual play, but I mean, any kind of squatting up team game, I just want to do on PC now. A lot of that has to do with the aiming because I can't aim with a controller anymore.
Got too old.
Bit more precise, the mouse.
Yeah, man, mouse is just so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, I still prefer like a controller with like fighting games, racing games,
yeah.
driving, and sports, but not shootings. Shooting games, I have to do mouse and keyboard now.
Need that sensitivity.
Yep.
Well, for those folks who
George,
are
do you
listening,
think-
this is my old crew, the Qneg crew. We all had our we all had our strengths and weaknesses, but we always helped each other out with our weaknesses.
What weaknesses?
Yeah, so I was like, what are you talking about?
One of us being shitty and the other one constantly yelling. We all know who that one is.
Yeah.
I
I helped you
find
guys out a few
I
times.
find the yelling to be a strength though, because it brings the best out of everybody.
Yeah, and I thought it was helpful that he had an outlet.
Yeah. He's right fucking there. I don't see him.
It was Devour. That Devour was the outlet.
I was not that bad.
Oh, man.
Dude,
You guys know I bailed you guys out a few times.
Yep. There you go.
There,
No,
hey,
dude,
there was a chance that we all shined. The only problem was Key was the one who was mostly shining half the time. It's like, the fuck, bro?
I literally remember Modern Warfare 2, Search and Destroy. We all went down, and it was up to Devour. And this kid got 3 kills and took the bomb and planted it. And
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, and I don't even play that game, so it was like,
Shit. No, I remember that. I think like
I was like level 10
Devour.
or something.
No offense, but I want to say like I kind of doubted you. I was like, fuck, we're fucked. Oh shit! Oh shit! This motherfucker got 3 kills and planted the bomb.
Yeah, and you know it gets intense when Jordan stops talking because that's like, that's
Just
when you
draw.
know he cares because it's like
Draw.
he'll shut up.
You're
Yeah.
you're talking about like when I'm spectating or when I'm playing.
Yeah, when you're spectating.
Oh yeah, no. When I'm spectating, it's like okay, he has a chance, and then when I'm like yelling at him, it's like this dude doesn't have a fucking chance. Where's he going?
Oh man.
But no, dude. I mean, we all had our moments, and I mean, you knew this was gonna come up eventually. But fucking SOCOM, goddamn confrontation.
Oh god.
I literally have the game still, like the disc with the case, and I look at it almost once a week.
And just tear up because you can't play it no more.
It's under your pillow.
It's not.
I thought you teared up because GameStop wouldn't give you anything for it like 4
No.
years ago.
No,
And
that
like,
was
like-
me. GameStop didn't want to give me shit for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like even more than just wanting to play it again. It wouldn't be worth playing it if it wasn't playing with you guys, because like that was like just my best times in that game was when we all squatted up,
Oh man.
and it was just so good. And I can't recall a better team experience. We did play Uncharted 2. We played the living shit out of Uncharted 2 until update 1.05, and they could destroy the game. But before that, though, we had,
What was it, Jordan? March 17, 2010? Do you still remember the day?
I remember that day. Awful.
No, you're right. And like SOCOM and Uncharted, like I like third-person shooters now, only because of those 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's not even a
Remember
reason.
that map? Remember that map in Uncharted? I can never remember. It was like a cave. It was like an ice cave with like the little like temple shack
Yeah.
in like the middle.
Yeah,
and, like,
it was literally called the Temple.
Was
It
it?
was a temple or cave. I thought it was called cave.
No, it was the Temple. You in Uncharted 2, right? Where it was like it was pretty even
Uncharted
stacked.
2 cave map.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like one
How
side
about
was the
the
entrance of the cave, the other side was like deeper in the cave, and you guys met in the middle. Which I remember that map.
Temple was ice cave. It was called ice cave.
Ice cave.
Yeah. Oh, what a good map. What a good map. That was the reason why I brought that up was this is super petty of me, but that was actually the map I met you guys. We played that map. And it was you and Throwback GameStop.
Oh wow.
It was
Yeah.
you and GameStop, and I don't think Tank was introduced after Devour. I don't know if you were with us or not.
Yeah, I still had to meet Tank on PlayStation Home.
Oh lord, that fucking story. And all thanks to Key here.
What do you mean?
No, that was Magic, dude. You don't remember Magic?
Oh, it was Magic. Oh shit.
I introduced you to everybody.
You introduced me to everybody else. It was Magic. Oh my god, whatever happened to him?
I have no freaking idea, dude.
Even on the PS3, he kind of like fell off.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny. He's listening to this cast randomly. He's like, "Oh shit, I think I know these people."
I know these fools.
Shit.
So what do you play now, Jordan? What or like or yeah? How often
Well,
do
let's
you
go on the
play?
road. What's everybody else is playing? We'll start off with Key and we'll just move along.
Yeah.
Pubs. I play my PUBG pretty much at least once a day.
Nice.
I've actually, as of yesterday, got back into Overwatch. And I have not played that game since launch, and I've actually been having a blast. Overwatch on PC is actually a revigorating experience, and I'm very happy I got back into it.
You could possibly go pro with that. That's what my guy was trying to do.
No, I'm not that good. I mean, I'll kill anyone with Reinhardt, but I'm not that good. What else? For Honor. I don't know
They
how
fixed
well
the
you
shit out
guys
of that one.
Yeah, I would go on a limb and say I'm actually the best Armusha in the game. JS, that's a challenge to anyone listening. No, I've actually gotten disgusting at that game, and that's not healthy. So For Honor, PUBG, Overwatch, Siege on PC. I've been playing a shitload too.
Yeah.
And
I've been seeing your clips on Facebook. When you go live or when you just upload your clips every once in a while, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's murking everybody.
Side note, like I appreciate that whenever you post something on PlayStation, like on Facebook, it's like, okay, something big fucking went down, and I got right now. Because I know he was probably screaming for 10 minutes, and then he's like, okay, now I can post it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the only time he posts it's not like he just killed like one or two people. Like, oh yeah, that was a good game.
Right.
It's like whole fucking squad. They suck. Fuck y'all. Key for the win.
You posted one from Rocket League, and I was like, well, why are you posting it on Rocket League? Come on, Jordan. And then you were like down 5-0, and I got emotionally invested, and I was like, you gotta make the point.
Oh yeah, I remember the post too because I literally wrote in the freaking post I was down like 4-0 and I wrote in the post like smack my head this dude actually thought he was gonna win and there was like 30 seconds left with like 4 down and I freaking won. I came back and won that. Oh my god, that's a game I haven't played in a while and I'd love to play that again.
Me neither, man. That game was pretty fun. What about you, Devar? What you playing?
All you guys have PUBG?
No.
Yeah, I played it on mobile.
Don't tell me you play PC PUBG.
No, I don't.
No, not you. Get out of here. Devour.
No. I
Oh,
don't even have a gaming PC.
what the hell?
You just
Why'd
fucked
you
up.
bring
You
that?
just fucked up his boner, bro. He was already getting a hard on and everything.
I
and-
was.
We want to cancel this chat.
Yeah. Why?
You don't have to have a gaming PC to play.
No, you don't.
For that game, I feel like it's too much going on.
You do. Well, no. See, it's intimidating with the 100-player battles, but it's a 8x8 kilometer map.
Right.
So at maximum, you're gonna see like 5 people at a time. It's so like it's not that intensive. It's just like it's a super tactical, slow-paced game, kind of like SOCOM.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in the same tier as SOCOM, but it's still kind of like SOCOM.
No, it has that SOCOM vibe because it's like when you get in a gunfight, it's like okay, it's not just who has a better gun, it's who has a better position. Like where am I? Where is he? Like what
It
resources
comes
do?
down to a lot what you picked up.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and it's a lot of call-outs too, and that's huge.
Yeah.
And that was huge in SOCOM, and that's really what I took from SOCOM, more like the Army. I actually took that more from the Army, but also SOCOM, and put it into PUBG because they have like a little compass on the top with like a compass dial, kind of like
Yeah.
degrees, like a 360-degree compass, and like you literally just say like
You call out.
distance, direction, description, which is literally what you say in the Army. Like you call out the distance, you call out the direction, and the description, like 345, 100 meters by that big rock on the right. You know, like,
Right.
oh, it's so good. Sorry, Devour, you were saying you don't really play games though?
Nope. I mean, would you guys all get that for the PlayStation? Or
See,
Fuck.
what the hell on PlayStation? What are you talking about?
I'm not getting a gaming PC. That's just way too hardcore. I don't know.
Well, that's the beauty about gaming PC, bro. It doesn't have to be hardcore for
No,
hardcore
it doesn't.
gamers. Gaming PCs fall in line for both casuals and hardcores. I built my own PC. I spent literally about 2 G's on it, or I think 1,500. I want to say I maxed, but you can even build your own gamer PC for like fucking 600 with the right getting the right parts from whatever, either your local like computer store or online.
And like you can mail me it when you're done.
Hey Mark, if you want, I'm selling it.
Yeah, you told me about it. Why?
Yeah, I'm selling it. Fuck it. I have a MacBook. I'm using this for programming, doing all types of other shit. I'm actually programming.
Ooh.
I have the PS4, the Switch, and the fucking PC. I hardly play on the PC. The only games I have on there was Age of Empires, and I just fucking loved it.
Hop back on it. We'll
I
start
gotta
playing.
take this shit out. We'll hook it up. Most likely I gotta hook it up to my TV because my
Then do
monitor
it.
got busted.
And do it.
Pretty much.
I'll donate you my old monitor.
I don't have the
I'm
room.
serious.
I got this piece of
Oh,
shit
yeah.
desk.
I
When I'm
played on
moving
those
next,
nightstands.
next year. Me and my girl moving in with each other, and I got a fucking story to tell you about that shit and lift ride. That shit was funny. But next year, me and my woman are moving in with each other, and this girl, bless her heart, is looking for a 3-bedroom apartment. Not the whole like one for me and her, one for her daughter, and one for a potential kid. She wants me to have my own office for my podcasting, for my gaming, literally my own man cave. It's like,
So your kid.
so I love you. Yeah, me, the kid in me, motherfucker. We spoke about that yesterday, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. But the game I'm actually playing right now, hardcore, is Octopath Traveler for the Switch. That game is fucking fun. It's a throwback to Final Fantasy, and I fucking love it. So I know, Key, I know you have the Switch, so it's like,
No, I don't.
what happened?
I sold it.
Why the fuck would you do that?
There's no games.
Dude, Smash Bro, Mario Party, fucking
Congratulations.
Octopath was fucking
You don't need to
amazing.
sell your game.
You named congratulations. You named all 4 games on the Switch.
Fuck out of here, bro. Hold on. The folks are not gonna see this on the podcast, but you guys are gonna see it. I'm gonna name it out.
He's gonna name all
No
like
fucking
8.
games on the fucking Switch. What kind of bullshit?
Wait, Jory, I don't understand why you had to sell it when you have a job and you make money and we're not like 16 anymore.
This is true.
Oh, I mean, it's like it literally. Besides when I went to Utah back in like May, it literally just sat and collected dust for like 4 months, and
Did
I
you say
don't.
you're going back? So
Oh yeah, no, that's the
What's it now?
predicament. That's the predicament I'm in now, and I'm literally
no
talking.
games, huh?
I'm
No
talking.
games.
Yeah, what 8, 9?
No
Bro,
games.
there's like thousands on PC.
1,
Come on.
Octopath. 2,
Oh,
Captain
God.
Toad Treasure Adventure. 3, Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is actually fun. Hyrule Warriors. Fucking Donkey Kong Country. Kirby Star Allies.
Trash.
Arms
Wait,
is
what?
fucking fun. My
Trash.
nephew was my ass in this game all the time. I don't understand it. Bayonetta
Trash.
1 and 2.
Trash.
This is a good strategy game. No bullshit. It's similar to XCOM,
No,
just
that's
less strategic.
I wanted that game.
So yeah,
However,
Mario plus Rabbids.
It was
Fucking
out for almost a
Fire
year.
Emblem Warriors.
The Mario Rabbids was out for a year, and they still didn't drop the price, and that reminded me how shitty is Nintendo is with their model, with their business model. And I was like, I'm not going to justify keeping their crappy product. It's not crappy. It's good, but they have an awful business model.
Come on, Mario
It's
Odyssey.
great.
What's
That's the
wrong?
top. That's the top 3
Xenoblade.
game here.
This is
With
a
Mario
fucking
Odyssey.
top game of the fucking Switch right here. Zelda.
There was another game that came out the same year though, and I thought it was better. I
Which
forgot which
one?
one it was. I wanted to go on a limb and say it was Horizon. I don't remember.
That, bro, I think that's what fucked up my gameplay, my game progress in Horizon, because I got the Switch the same time Horizon dropped, and I got Horizon, and I'm like, sorry, Princess Peach is more. Princess Peach. Fuck, Princess Zelda's more important to me.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, you clearly care about Zelda.
Yeah, I remember the name and everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and edit all that out and just fix in where I say it correctly and say fuck you guys.
Sure. Devour, you were telling us what games you play.
Yeah, I was about to
So,
say, Tank went on to him.
Are you basically done? Are you basically done with your list?
I don't really play. I mean, like I said, if you count Blackjack, I went the other weekend to play a little bit, but I don't really think that.
What game?
Blackjack?
Oh, Vodka, dude,
Yeah.
I have a mean
Let me
hand.
tell you a story about the day before Jordan's wedding.
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay.
So when we flew
Mark
out
off
there,
5 grand.
we got there and we were pretty tired. But the next day was the day before his wedding, and we go and we find him at a casino at about 11 at night, playing blackjack for $6 a hand because New Hampshire has some crazy rule about charity.
$4 a hand.
$4. Oh, sorry.
You can't do over 5.
Yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play a few hands. So Tank and I played 2 hours of pool waiting for this guy.
Yeah,
And
that
he
was
would-
fun.
Oh yeah, I'll just be a few more hands.
For
I'm just-
$4, you can't run out of money with that.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm just too good at it, man. I'm sorry. I know it's mostly luck, but like, there's a lot to do with like reading and understanding who has what and what's most likely coming next. I'm not saying I can count cards. I'm not like that fucking whatever that
Yeah.
movie's called.
I
What's
mean,
that
you
movie
just go
called?
by.
It's
21.
It's called 21. Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm like that level, but like I understand when to hit, when not to hit, and just like wait, and especially where I am on the rotation.
Yeah, that's if you're third base, like you gotta be out for it. You gotta be able to take the hit.
Yeah,
That's something we did not get to do. It would be cool to play blackjack with like a good like us, like a team of people who knew what they were doing.
that'd be sweet. That'd be fun and be exhilarating. Next time you guys ever come up my way, we should go to Mohegan Sun. Not saying it's like Las Vegas grade.
It's
Yeah, it's
that was the one in Connecticut, right?
Yep. And Devour, if you still live in New Jersey way, this is like right between us. So
Yeah.
Do you still live in suburban New Jersey?
whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
isn't the whole state except for the South Jersey?
God damn, I've never been to it. Jeez. Take it easy.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, we got
You
better
wanna go
highways in
next?
LA, so
Mr. Tank.
What about me?
Yeah, you listed off all the games you supposedly
Games
play
you're
on the
playing?
Switch.
Well, the main
So-
one I'm playing right now is Octopath.
Octopath.
That's my main one I'm playing right now.
Do you still play what's it called? That Toon Splat game?
Dude,
Splatoon.
2 was actually my biggest regret selling the Switch. That game is so goddamn fun. But, again, I can't justify holding on to the Switch. But the Splatoon 2 was really fun. I had a blast playing that when I had it.
Yeah, it was. I just hated how me and you couldn't like just do a two-party,
Dumb.
just a two-man fucking
Dumb.
team up.
Stupid.
That's one thing. That's only like that's a few gripes I had against the developer of Splatoon. It's like, really, you guys?
It's not even Splatoon. It's Nintendo. Nintendo does not allow a streamlined friend and invite service.
Yeah,
It's dumb.
people are already causing.
Yeah,
They're already
didn't they
causing
do that with
problems
PlayStation?
with.
Right?
What's up?
PlayStation and Fortnite, didn't Nintendo do that?
Yes, bro. I was pissed.
Yeah,
I downloaded
you're-
Fortnite for my Switch just to give it a try, and I couldn't log in. And I find out that it was fucking Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo. It was Sony blocking that shit.
Yeah.
I read an article, and it's honestly fair because if y'all remember back in 2010 through 12, Sony suggested cross-platform.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
Yeah.
And Microsoft
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much said, no, F
Shut it
you.
down.
Because
Yeah,
they were
yeah. I
doing great with
remember that.
360. And
Right.
now,
Tables
tables were
turned.
turned. And Microsoft's trying to act like the good guy in this situation. But in reality, on a business level, it's like, why would Sony do that? They already
Exactly.
have the majority of the sales. They
Right.
have way more fucking games. Like, why would they even bother?
Also, you can't forget the fact where Sony will make a profit off of battle passes and all that shit within the game.
Yeah.
So, but that's just like any
You have to
cross-platform.
You have to buy it from the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. So that's amongst all platforms. So the fact that Nintendo and Microsoft are working on this together, cool, good for them. But then it depends on, okay, if I do this and so's gonna play on their other console, I'm gonna lose money out for the same fucking battle pass or whatever microtransaction they're gonna do
And what
with the
games?
other one.
You know, like they had that commercial like play together and stuff where they was like combined with Microsoft and Nintendo. Like what games?
Exactly.
Minecraft? Like who plays Minecraft? No one. Like there's like probably like 8 people on Minecraft servers right now. No one touches that game anymore. And then
shit
Fortnite,
died.
Fortnite's just Fortnite. Like you hop on it occasionally, it's kind of fun, but I'm tired of shooting my gun literally once and then the person in front of me builds the Eiffel Tower in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm done. Like I'm not done with Fortnite, but I don't have fun playing Fortnite anymore because there's less gunplay and just way more who can build faster.
Yeah.
And it's just to me. And I know the developers were talking about switching or not switching around, but changing the mechanics on how you build to make it so you can't build said Eiffel Tower in 3 seconds. But it hasn't happened yet, so I'm probably not touching that game for a while until they do.
Yeah. I forgot what was it that they need to fix, but it's also for like assault style weapons in there. And where it's a luck based system. That first hit you'll deal more damage than the rest of the hits. Where only shotguns don't do that don't have that luck based mechanic. So that's why if you notice most folks tend to use shotguns. They'll run up in front of you and use the shotgun. Because it's always an equal amount of damage. And I want to say I played not that long ago and I noticed the shotgun damage has gone down.
Yeah.
Now remember how it used to be like 1 or 2 hits, especially 1 shot to the head? Bro, it's about 2 shots.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because remember, with full on health and full shield, with the shotgun, it was either boom, you fucking got me good, or it was 2 hits.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now
and then they also had that you equip multiple shotguns and like do like the rotate switching back and forth. I know they fixed that part though. That's not a thing anymore.
The shit gamers exploit.
Yeah, seriously.
Tank, what have you been playing? Or just that one, right?
Just that one. I'm just focusing on it because it's an RPG, and I already know I'm about to put in like 30, 40 fucking hours in that game.
Yeah.
Mark, you?
Ironically, the only thing I have been playing lately is Fortnite. But here's my reasoning. The kids at school got me into it. It's pretty addicting. And I understand, like, everything you guys said, I 100% agree with. But, you know, when I only have a few minutes at night, like, before bed or whatever, it's, like, super casual. It's super easy to play. You don't have to think about it.
No, it is. And I'll never deny that. It's a very...
And that's honestly why I play.
And their business model is honestly why they're doing so good and why PUBG's failing. Because PUBG is not attractive to like casual gamers. It's a very hardcore game, and you only get so many people willing to try a hardcore game. The only reason why it was so damn popular to begin with was because it streamlined the battle royale genre. Yeah, the model of it, which the dude who invented it created the original game series, not game series, but the game type on an Arma 2 mod, which then translated to DayZ, which then translated to H1Z1, which then translated to PUBG. And I completely understand why people be so hyped about it, but they are honestly an awful developer, morally speaking. The game's not even fixed. The game's broken, and they have an entire like loot crate system in the game and a battle pass system in the game. It's like, why are you doing this? Your game's not fixed. Like Fortnite, the game is so damn smooth. It is one of the smoothest operating games I've ever played, and they have every right. They have every right to put in any kind of like battle pass or skin system and stuff they want because the game's fixed and it works and it's free to play.
And they change it if something is broken. They change it like the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. I saw that video of how when the P90, I don't know what it's called in the game, but like the P90,
the compact SMG.
It was like broken as F, and the dude put a video, like a legitimate video, saying like this is broken.
Right.
That they fixed it the next day. Like it was, they're good. Epic Games is really good. I'm still mad about them closing down Paragon, but
yeah,
they're good.
Paragon was fucking fun.
Paragon was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I only play it because it's super casual, and I know that. And also, since I don't have PlayStation Plus anymore, this is kind of shitty. The games I had installed from PlayStation Plus are all locked now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They're basically like on my system, and I can't do anything about it. I mean, except delete it. But it's just like it's such a big F to like the money you spent in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's no reason you need to do that once I already downloaded the game.
Yep. No, I feel that.
Yeah. But that was always their motto with Plus when you get those free games. It's like, hey, just letting you know once your subscription's out, you're fucked.
So are you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't renewed my subscription at all. It went out like in fucking July or June.
How much is it?
60.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
60
You know what subscription service is actually legit and worth it though is
that Gamer Pass, whatever it's called from Xbox.
Spotify Premium.
no what's it called Origins.
Origins, EA.
Origin Game Pass. Yes.
Fuck EA, bro.
No, if you never, dude, $10 a year, and there's legit like 140 games in the Origin Access library.
I heard Origin Access went out the window with
friggin'
that
Crisis 2,
bullshit.
Crisis 3, Mass Effect 3 is on there. I think Andromeda's on there. Titanfall 2's on there. A bunch of like really good indie games are on there.
Jordan, I'm surprised you didn't do it earlier because like in 2012, 2013, when like the first, or I think it was called Battlefield 2 back then, but like when it first came to PS3, you know, there was, I don't know if you remember, but there was like a beta code for it. And it's like, oh, do you want to be a part of like a paid subscription? You know, and obviously we all threw it out because like who paid for subscriptions back then, right?
Yeah.
But that, I think they those people who did like the beta or whatever were grandfathered in to that like system. And I'm just thinking like
you'd still have to pay though. You still have to pay your $10 a year, but 10 was an exaggeration. I think it's like 20. It's like $20 a year, but still $20 a year for like practically 100 games.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's really good. Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass is only worth it because of how bad they're failing, and they're kind of forced to put their exclusive games on Game Pass.
Yeah.
What's that game called? Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Is the top 5 most fun I've had in a PvP game with friends. It's the sheer experience of like having a ship-on-ship battle with like another like full-blown galleon, amazing, incredible. But the game shouldn't have released in the state it did. And then State of Decay 2 got really boring really fast. I
Yeah, I heard that game
like
was
a couple
just
hours.
shit.
It's meh. It's very meh. I don't know. Xbox, I can't see them realistically making another console. They say they're gonna, but it's not a smart business decision. I think like Sony's spent years building trust back up with the PS3.
Especially after that
But
fucking bullshit.
and then by the end of the PS3 cycle, they beat the Xbox 360 in overall sales.
Yeah, total sales they won.
Yeah. But this is just like how Xbox or Microsoft introduced the Xbox One. That's gonna kill them for like next decade and a half if they keep trying this stuff. And they're not releasing the games. They're not pushing games fast enough. PlayStation has like literally like 3 blockbuster exclusives every year. Like this year they already had God of War, Detroit Become Human, and Spider-Man's coming out. Or didn't Spider-Man? Nope, Spider-Man has not
coming
come
out.
out.
I think in the next week or so.
Yeah. Spider-Man, God of War, that, and then the year before they had Horizon, the Uncharted expansion.
Yep.
And there was one other one that came out too in 2007.
I mean, you can just make that list go on forever, right?
Yeah. Sony's just killing it when it comes to exclusives right now. Because even Nintendo, when they dropped their Switch, we had a couple decent exclusives, but then after that, it was just ports from the Wii U. So I guess for Nintendo, they're like testing the water to see, okay, is the Switch going to be successful? Cool, it is. Now let's start getting our main games out there. Sony's just like, fuck that. We're going to keep putting out more and more exclusives. Yep. And Microsoft is just like, so for the 2018 release date, for the 2018 year, we're just going to releasing one exclusive. But here's all the other exclusives coming out in 2019. Everybody's like, what the fuck, bro?
And then by then they're going to announce new consoles.
Yeah.
It's like, I think Sony really needs to consider going down a route that makes hardware customization an option and mouse and keyboards streamlined. Pretty much make it into like one of those Steam machines, but for Sony. Like keep the Sony OS on there.
2020.
Huh?
Have they released anything? What is happening in 2020?
They're supposedly the next generation's coming out.
It's ideal by 2020.
Like, what does that mean?
And it's actually, it follows the life cycle. PS2 came out in 2001, PS3 came out in 2006.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, PlayStation 3 to 4 was kind of a gap. It was like 2006 to 2014 or 13?
13.
13?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
The thing is, the reason why the PS3, Xbox 360 life cycle was so long, because console life cycles are usually 5 years. They're just about, they're just about 5 years. The reason for the PS3 and Xbox was because of the recession. They wanted to come out with a new console already by 2009, 2010.
No. Right,
like 2009, 10, 11. They wanted to, but the problem was they're in the middle of the recession. Everybody was broke. Everybody was struggling. And they can't come out because then there goes money down the drain. Yeah. So instead, they had to wait until we came out the recession, and then a lot of the older crowd, people started getting making their money, getting jobs. They're like, okay, boom, let's bring out these new consoles. That's why now, fucking PS4 and PS4 is already hitting, what is it? Like, think 80 million already worldwide. They're damn near close to their 100 mil with
I'm checking VG charts right now.
Yeah, because I know Microsoft didn't unleash shit. They didn't announce anything about how many they sold.
81.5 million.
Look at that.
And the only way they can tell, the only way they can do it is for Microsoft. I mean, because they're not releasing official numbers, is by talking to realtors.
Yep.
And the realtors saying how much they sold. So you can't pull small town businesses, but really how many small town businesses are selling Xbox Ones? And right now Xbox One's at 38 million. So PS4 has over double the sales. The Switch has been out less than half the time as the Xbox One, and it's already at the halfway point.
Yep. They already sold 20. I think for the Switch, they already sold 20 million worldwide. And it's booming in fucking Japan because in terms of like their gaming culture, they love mobile and on the go type shit. That's why the
Well,
Vita is
on
still
the-
number one in the fucking Japan.
Here's a bigger picture here. PS4 as of now has outsold the 3DS.
Damn.
Yep, by over 10
Well,
million.
the 3DS was was a lackluster system for them. The DS was the one that fucking blew out the water.
Well, I'm saying with the 3DS because like the 3DS, the sales for that includes like every generation of the 3DS. So it's starting in like 2012
Yeah.
through now, and the PS4 has already outsold it.
Yep.
Because I owned a 3DS, but I sold that too because I don't play
Yeah.
that.
I have
The
the
only
new
game-
3DS and the Vita.
The only game I played on 3DS was it was another game that was like Final Fantasy. It was a really
My
good
bad,
acclaimed
boy, right
PS game. Dude, I miss the Vita.
Ooh.
With the little hand grip, it's a battery in there and everything.
It's fancy.
Real fancy.
You realize this is a podcast, right? No one's gonna be able to see that.
I don't give a fuck. No one can see any of us.
That's true.
For the fact, as of right now, nobody can see you, Mark. Your camera's off. What's going on? What you doing? You whacking it off
Mark.
over there?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Had to get one.
That's not a bad idea. BRB.
How about movies? We'll switch gears a little bit. What have you guys been watching on the just like casually movies?
Are we starting this right now?
Oh
Because
Lord. Okay,
I'm about to preach.
let's save Keith for last because he's about. Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
Devour, you go
I am
first.
preaching right now. I got to get this out. Dark on Netflix. This Netflix show, Dark. It's a German original Netflix series. Do not watch the dubbed version. Watch the sub with English subtitles. Hands down, top 2 show I've ever watched in my life. Like, I have never watched a show that was more of a legit mind fuck than Dark. Please, I'm begging all of you, Mark, you in the acting field especially, watch this damn show. I have never seen a show blow my fucking mind like Dark has. It is under the radar. Oh my god, I'm gonna.
Okay.
You guys got me active now. Oh man, I'm gonna.
Okay. I got one question though.
Yeah.
Are there Nazis?
Yes. No. See, I can't say anything about it. Like, I was about to answer it, but then I was like, wait, I can't answer it because of how the show is. It's sci-fi. It's a sci-fi show.
Oh shit! So we got Nazi zombies. Let's watch this shit right now.
Sci-fi, modern day, a modern day sci-fi, and I am not saying a goddamn word about it.
All right.
Watch that damn show.
That's fine.
Season 1's out. Better, fucking foot down. Better than Stranger Things. For Netflix.
Okay. I
Better.
agree with. All right, that resonates. I'll do it.
Better than Breaking Bad. Better. Game of Thrones is still my bay. I can't crap on Game of Thrones.
Please don't. Please.
But it is better than Breaking Bad. It's better than Stranger Things. I can't think of other shows, but.
All right. All right, Devar. What about you? What you watching?
I rewatched Spider-Man 2 the other day.
Who the worst one?
Throwback. Right.
Wait,
Jesus.
Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 2, right?
Wait, what?
Sam Raimi, the director, that Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Ock.
Look at the one from 04, like Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking
That's the best one.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
literally
yeah.
the best one of the Sam Raimi franchise. The Amazing Spider-Man could just go eat a dick, because that one was pretty bad.
What's his name was great.
Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he kind of played like that real funny. He was more of the ultimate Spider-Man. Real funny, kind of almost similar to Deadpool type guy. But yeah, still, those movies. Yeah, very charismatic.
Every man, Spider-Man.
Yep. But then again,
Like,
that movie was a shit though.
what he was able to do, like, he made the movie
I
feel like
liked
a
it.
comic.
I don't understand why
Well,
you always hated on it.
Devour finish I thought. What'd you say?
I said what made that movie good, or him, Rami, the
Yeah,
director,
Sam
right?
Raimi.
Yeah. He made the movie feel like a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
And
did.
it was at the point where he had creative freedom for the first two. I was literally just watching a documentary when I was at work. When I'm sitting at my desk, I tend to listen to YouTube or podcasts when I'm working. And I'm watching, well, not watching, just listening to the whole Sam Raimi, the unreleased Spider-Man 4. and how Spider-Man 3, he even says it. Like, today, especially in today, directors will fucking hate on you guys for not liking their movies. Sam Raimi agreed with the audience saying, I understand. My movie fucking sucked. He didn't like Venom. He didn't understand the character, so that's why he couldn't really like bring Venom out there in 3. And he says it himself, like he didn't just like it, and they forced him to do it. He just wanted Sandman and what's his face, fucking this guy's version of the Goblin. He just wanted them in there. That was it. He didn't want nobody else. He was forced to put Venom, and that's how it was so fucked up in 3.
Well, how about that cringy like dance scene in the bar?
Oh my god!
Literally made the movie awful. Like the movie was semi tolerable for me, but I hate cringe. That's why it took me like years to get.
Snapping fingers.
Yeah, it took me years to get into The Office because of how cringy it was. Because I can't tolerate cringe. But
Yeah,
that was
that wasn't even his. That wasn't his idea either. Because remember, all that happened because of the symbiote. The symbiote wasn't supposed to be in there either. The whole black suit Spider-Man, that was not supposed to be in there. That was all added, like when Sony put their foot down and told him, no, you're gonna have to do this. People want Venom, you're gonna add Venom. And he's like, fuck. So he had to rewrite the whole thing. If he would have had his creative freedom, we would never have had that cringe-worthy moment. Because the symbiote suit would not have been in there.
awful.
Yeah.
That explains a lot then.
Yeah. Well, I think if you watch Spider-Man 1, it's like, okay, it's good, but the effects are not first time. But Spider-Man 2, you rewatch that and it's like, this is a good fucking movie. For me, that's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 2. I love the fight scenes the action scene between him and Doc Ock. I fucking love on how just the story went. It's like, this is fucking good.
I've fallen behind. Movies in here. I haven't seen Infinity War. I haven't seen Black Panther. I haven't seen Thor, the new one, and I have not seen Spider-Man: Homecoming. The last Marvel movie.
That last one you can skip.
What, the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Homecoming? Nah, wasn't good.
It was all right.
It was whatever.
Yeah, it was all right. But there's a couple scenes you're gonna hate. I already see it right now. If you haven't seen it yet, Mark, Mark, have you seen it?
Which one?
Homecoming.
Yeah.
You probably know the scene I'm about to say. It's the one about the. It was in the trailer when he's on the George Washington. What is it? The Obelisk, the fucking tower. I forgot what's called. George Washington Monument.
What's it? Oh, why can't I think of it right now?
When he's like, "Are you gonna come up here?" She goes, "No, I'm not."
It's up.
Yeah, I don't want to say because Jordan's gonna be real pissed when he sees it.
Yeah, you don't have to ruin nothing for him.
Honestly, I've given up on watching Marvel movies. It's not even anything on Marvel. It's just superhero movies. And
same. I think the culture is just like it's totally dollar profit driven and
awful culture.
The story has gone out the window. The storytelling process has gone out the window.
You know what other culture too? I'm sorry it's kind of derailing, but not really. Star Wars.
No, you're not derailing. It's in there. Fuck Star Wars, bro.
Dude, I have not seen Solo. I'm not a boycotter. I didn't boycott Solo. I just haven't seen it.
I'm not seeing Solo.
8.
Okay. Here's the point that someone made, and Tank, I actually listened to that podcast you gave me in your shower. The black guy from Star Wars. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head. He was just in what?
John Boyega?
Yes. He was just in the new Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
But, as much as you want to hate on Star Wars, if you're ever in a Star Wars movie, like, you're in a Star Wars movie. Like, you can't take that away from, like, the people, the directors, everybody.
No, not at all. But 8, honestly, I would put it tied for worst Star Wars movie next to 2. I really would. And I don't mean to, like, be a hater. And that's what they keep accusing people who don't like the movie. But the movie was, like, really fucking bad. Like, if you, there's this video I will send you guys after. Maybe Tank, you can tag it on the podcast post, but I don't care. There's this video elegantly explaining why 8 was bad and why it's not just generalized hate. It's like a really bad movie, and it's like the only people that would enjoy it are kids. And
Yep.
I hate people that are like, "Oh, Star Wars meant for kids." Piss off! Like we're adults
Did you
now.
blame Disney?
You mean are you talking about that like humor and that like slapstick like quick stuff where it's
Everything,
like
Yeah.
yeah
everything.
okay.
The scene. You know what was the worst scene in that movie? Honestly, was the throne room scene when Rey and Kylo Ren are fighting all the guards. The dude broke down that scene, and literally the guards. I don't know if it was the choreographing of it or anything, but the guards had like several opportunities to kill Rey.
Yeah.
Like easy.
I think I know the video
opportunities.
you're talking about. I seen it. And
Yeah.
when one of the guards, instead of swipe, and when he like if you look at him, he swings his sword upwards over her head.
Yeah.
The
Like
fuck?
her back was literally exposed.
Yep.
And he just swings overhead. And then there's another one where they literally edited out one of his two blades. He had two vibro blades. They edited out one of them, like mid-scene, because it showed him literally wrapping around for what would have been a finishing kill.
Yeah.
But when the camera panned on it, his hand was empty. And then a couple seconds later, he has a second blade in his hand again. Like, it was just awful. It was just such a bad movie. And then Rose, why? What is your purpose, Rose? Like you're not like
She was supposed to be the first order spy.
stupidest fucking line in Star Wars. Like, we don't win by destroying what we hate, but by saving what we love. Like, have you not seen any movie ever, like Independence Day, when the pilot crashes into the fucking mothership?
Hello,
You know what?
boys. I'm
Yeah.
back.
Like, I'm trying to think of Star Wars examples, but multiple
Bruce
times.
Willis
And
when he blew up the asteroid.
everything,
Take care of my daughter.
like everything, you do sacrifice yourself. What is war? You know, like, what's war? You sacrifice yourself. That's how you win. And you took that away. That would have, honestly, I would have fucking respected the movie if they just let that scene happen and let Finn die. And I would have been like, damn, that was like, I was actually really like intense on that one scene more than any scene in the movie. I was really grasping that scene. Like, wow, they're letting Finn die here. I respect that. Nope, here comes Rose, bitch, coming right through the fucking lane. Somehow not getting shot by the fucking 1288 AT-ATs, not getting shot by any of them, and somehow manages to do a full fucking 90-degree turn right into Finn's ship. I'm like, what? Empress Snock, they didn't do anything with him. They killed him right away. I'm spoiling so much. God damn it. Glenn, have you seen it?
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry, you're doing him a favor. You're saving him a couple dollars.
Don't watch it.
I just saw
Yeah,
the Donald Glover's
That's the
in there.
biggest
I
L of
was
the.
like,
the
I don't know if I'm
No,
about that.
Glover's
sorry,
in
I've
Solo.
so much. Have you seen it?
Okay.
Glover's
I
in
just
Solo,
zoned out. So
and it's
You
on.
guys don't tell.
And then the other thing too is the giraffe neck bitch. I forgot her name, but that's how I
Oh
call
my
her.
god, old girl from Jurassic Park. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
She, like, you didn't fucking relay any information to Poe at all the entire time, allowing him to act up and disobey you and stuff. When literally half of the movie wouldn't have happened if you simply just filled him in on what your plan is. If you just filled them in on what the plan is, none of that shit would have happened in the movie. They wouldn't have tried sneaking aboard on that ship anyways. And then the entire premise of Star Wars and every fight scene, every battle scene you can fucking think of in the entire franchise literally comes into question with her suicide drive into that ship.
It does.
Because why didn't any of the rebels in 4 through 6 do that?
Yep.
You know, like why didn't the droids? Why didn't the droids who have no value of life because they're droids during the Clone Wars? Why didn't they just mass do that with their ships? Like, it completely destroys the fabric of logic in Star Wars.
So Jordan, I'll give you a follow-up question. Why do you think I mean, obviously it's like that's a writing, like how they wrote the story. Why do you think they chose to go in that direction?
Why do I think they chose that?
As opposed to like the sacrifice, or the sacrificial like moment.
Disney. That's the only way I could put it is Disney, man. And it's like they had a really pure opportunity here to zero in on Luke, for Luke to explain to the viewers as well as to Rey that there is really no fucking good and bad. There is no like pure and evil. It's all gray.
It's shades of gray, yeah.
It's shades of gray with different fucking points of view, and there's extremists on both sides of it. And it was a really good opportunity for Luke to fucking express that when he was like, no, I abandoned the Jedi's teachings. But nope, you got a fucking real freaking Luke right back in, you know? And it's like, why? And like, you know, like with Finn sacrificing himself, it's like, nope, can't have that. You have to fucking make sure Finn, because he's one of the two main characters in this trilogy, you have to make sure he fucking lives. And then Giraffe Neck, bitch. It's like, why do I care? This is the first and only movie I've seen you. I haven't seen you in any other movies, and somehow I'm supposed to feel bad about you dying. Why?
I forgot her military rank or whatever, but it's something Admiral Haldo.
Haldo, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Oh, and let's
people are
talk
calling
about
her AKA gender studies.
She is, but fucking
hilarious.
Let's talk about the biggest disrespect out of all of it, though. The fact that they fucking did not let Carrie Fisher die. And now they're going to CG her goddamn face in the 9th one. That is so goddamn disrespectful. I am sorry. Like, that was a perfect moment for her to die. Let her go.
Bro, I was just so pissed off when she married her popping way back into the ship. For me, everybody kept saying, oh, she's Superman. I'm like, when I saw it, the first thing that hit my head was, what kind of Mary popping bullshit is this? But when I saw that, at first, when the scene, they're all in space, you got her, you got Akbar and all these other folks, it's like, damn. Like, the visuals are just stunning. It's beautiful. Damn. There she is. She's fucking gone. Oh, wait, yep. She's not. Oh, fuck.
Like, and that's just... logically, I get how it happened. And I actually watched a video on the YouTube channel, Because Science, where the dude has like a little like chalkboard where he draws stuff up. He explained that scene and used the mathematical equations of force and acceleration and all that. And it actually made sense on how she did it. I'm just going on and like, she's dead. Like, the actual actress died. Yeah. Let her be dead. Like, why do you have to disrespect her like that? And it makes me appreciate 7 more, because my issue with 7 was that it was a copy and paste of 4.
It was.
A literal copy and paste of 4. And I was expecting something different with 8. They promised something different with 8. And now you got this fucking issue too. Dangerous. They went down a dangerous goddamn road. Them being Rian Johnson, the director. Went down a dangerous road, pretty much saying anyone who doesn't think the movie is good is a sexist. Because of Holdo.
That was him.
And some are genuinely sexist, and I get that. But there's actual Star Wars fans like me who's like, no, the movie was actually bad, and I know I'm not fucking sexist. I don't need someone to validate me if I'm sexist or not.
Hey, but you fit the description of the type of people they're talking about, though. So, sorry, bro.
Yeah. Stamp of approval. You're sexist.
You fit the description. White, young, beard,
conservative,
very conservative. Male, at a straight white male. You fit this description, bro. You're fucked.
Don't forget to throw in cis. Yeah, that's And
he's most likely a racist, a sexist.
You didn't get political on the podcast.
Like, and look, no, this is like.
Wait, hold on, Mark. Say it again.
I thought you didn't get political on this podcast.
When it comes to Star Wars, bro, all you could do is get political.
Yeah, and it's like Rey's character development. What, Mark? Nice. You're breaking up. Because you're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, he's probably
called you out.
So if you're playing Fortnite, eating up his bandwidth.
No, but I was about to say though that Rey's character development in 8, I thought was one positive. I thought her character development in 8 was actually really good compared to 7. Whereas she was kind of like a weirdo in 7. She was actually like a character I cared about in 8. Reverse that with Finn. I thought Finn was awesome in 7, but kind of crappy in 8. And then they introduced several characters I don't care about. That they pretend like I have to care about. Yeah. It's a bad movie. It's there's no way around it. It's a bad movie. I'm hoping J.J. Abrams steps his shit up in 9, and I'm hoping Kathleen Kennedy, the producer, has complete hands off with 9. Because she kind of really ruined 8 a lot.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the bad sales with Solo has to do with how flat out bad 8 was.
Yeah, and they're blaming that it was being released so close to 8. That's why Solo failed. Like, oh, Star Wars movies are usually released every 3 years.
Yeah.
Are we having a Star Wars fatigue? No, 8 was fucking horrible. So people decided not to watch it and pay for it.
Fans reacted, and your response to said fans is that you're sexist. And you know what other entertainment franchise is doing that too? Is Battlefield.
Oh yeah, don't get me started with that one.
Dude, they pushed it back. They pushed the date back because
November.
pre-order sales are awful, and they had the audacity again to release it in the same month as Black Ops. And you're not going to win.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Red Dead. Red Dead's gonna fucking throw Blackers out the water though.
I think that.
Red Dead's gonna destroy it. Red Dead's gonna destroy it.
I'm kind of excited because it's like a throwback to like 2010, and like I enjoyed that time. I kind of want to play it. I kind of want to get it just because of that fact. But see, that's the thing. Like when you become a fan of something, like you're all in. You're part of the culture.
Yep.
You're part of
you're invested in
everything.
You're part.
You're invested in it.
You listen to blogs. Yeah, you're invested in it. And what happens is every time someone makes a movie or a game that somebody doesn't like or upsets somebody, you lose a fan. And at some point, you have to say, like, what's more important, making the money or losing the fan?
Yep.
And I think that's what's going to happen in the long run.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. And that's what's happening with Battlefield right now, because the same freaking concerns are being brought up where you release a trailer about a franchise that has historically stuck with historical accuracy. I don't mean to re-throw that word, but historical accuracy, realism, authentic feel to the environment you're in. And what do you have? You have a cyborg lady jumping out windows with freaking war paint, carrying a katana. And it's like, you can't take that seriously, and it has nothing to do with the skin color or sex. It's just like, it looks fucking silly.
It looks weird, yeah.
And they did not clarify that was the fucking multiplayer. That was their biggest fault. Yeah. And in the reveal trail, they did not clarify that was multiplayer, because if they said that was just the multiplayer and that the single player was going to be like really authentic to World War II, I don't think anyone would care. But they didn't. And I think, but the issue is the developers and media sites are literally calling people saying the game's not realistic. They're calling them sexist. And I fucking hate when people respond to genuine criticism with labels.
We're in
annoying.
That time and age, bro.
That's a quotable for the podcast right there. You can put down a t-shirt. No, you're totally right. Like people want to diffuse responsibility like in any way they can, and they do it consistently.
Always, and it's so goddamn frustrating. Like I was talking to my friends, because my friends and I we have a chat about it. Like we have a chat that talk about video games and everything like that. It's like my brother, me, and a couple of my friends that are local here in New Hampshire, and it's like I don't care. In the end, it's a video game, and I don't care.
Yeah.
But you can't dismiss people's concerns about the fucking series like that, and. Right. You sit on your fucking high horse like you somehow have the moral high ground. Like, and this is the analogy I came up with, right? Because the biggest comeback is it's just a game, right? Wouldn't you say, though, that you can just say the same thing about a movie? It's just a movie. Now, ready? What if you had a movie reflecting the women's rights movement, the women's suffrage movement in the 1920s, and you took a very particular fucking character being real life person from said movement, and have a male actor playing that? It's just a movie. Like why are you complaining? It's just a movie. And that's the logic I see with this is, no, that's a genuine complaint. I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Like if I was a woman and a male was playing something that I wouldn't say my ancestors, not literally, but like my predecessors fought for on a legal level to acquire the right to fucking vote at the same status as a male, that's a huge fucking deal. And if you have a male actor taking that accomplishment away, I'd be pissed. And I'm gonna get fucking blunt here. No females signed up to fucking die in World War II. No one did. I mean, there were females that died. I'm not fucking saying there were no females that died. And like this French Resistance and a lot of resistance movements had females. A lot
The
of
French
female British
resistance,
spies.
the
You know,
the fighting in
yeah.
Russia.
And that's like obviously if they have little mini stories with that makes sense.
Here's the thing. Like, I agree with you. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and go towards the beginning. I do agree with you with the part where they should have said multiplayer. Boom, done. All right, cool. Customizable characters. My person could have a fucking whatever amputee arm, whatever. Cool. And then they could have delved into stories and where, okay, cool. We got this guy fighting for the Royal Army. We got this chick fighting for the Russian or the French resistant part. Because now they're gonna do the same thing what they did with Battlefield 1, the war stories. So they're gonna have different parts. Now you could go ahead and show like the female character on the cover. Clearly, this could be a French resistant fighter or a Russian soldier at the time, fighting during when they fucking occupied during the occupation of fucking Stalingrad or fucking Leningrad, whatever. Like that would make sense because why it is historically accurate. We all know it. Well, I don't know about y'all two, but I know me and Jordan know Stalin threw as many fucking of his people, not just his soldiers, but also his civilians, in front of him and the Nazis during their campaign. And he threw both, not just men, women and children too to fight. There are documents, historical documents showing that not just men would fall on the field. You had kids and women fighting, sniping, or on fucking all that. And no, I agree with you. I'm for that too. But the way they displayed it, how they showed it off, it just had this whole fucking mess. And I'm in the group where it's a fucking game. I don't care, but it's EA. And I'm on this whole boycott with EA. I ain't buying no fucking games from EA at all.
Yeah, and it's like I know what was I about to say? Like that was like people are like it's just multiplayer, and it's like it's not about the multiplayer. It's like they started implementing females in Call of Duty with Infinite Infinite Warfare and stuff. Do you think people gave a shit about females there? I didn't. No one else did. Because it was a fun, silly fucking game. No one cared. It was a science fiction game with cyborgs and stuff. No one cared. You're making a World War II game. Kids pay attention more to fucking video games than they do to their history classes. They'll pay attention more to entertainment and what entertainment teaches them than they do with fucking history class. I did. Call of Duty 2 is where I started learning about World War II more than history would ever teach me.
Mine was Medal of Honor. What was it? Medal of Honor for the PS2. Medal of Honor
yes,
whatever. When you the first mission is the storming of when you storm Normandy. That was the first fucking mission.
That was great. But yeah, and that's all I'm getting at is that they're treading on thin water with pretending like they're like that fucking dev came out. I was like, I felt like adding women. We're going to be on the right side of history.
No, homie, you're on the wrong side of history. First of all, he wasn't even a game dev. He's a creative director, not creative director. He's their creative executive at EA, and because of all this bullshit and the what you call it, the sales of their pre-orders down and all this other shit. Guess what he did? He bounced.
Yep.
They even offered him money. He took the money and dipped.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows what your morals is at, bro.
That's messed up. Devour, you got anything on this? I know we've been ranting for like the last 10 minutes.
You know what you guys said about, or what Key said about the whole like actor thing?
Well, what
playing
you mean
a different role?
Like the analogy with that, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Scarlett Johansson thing?
Yes.
I have not been following it that much. I know I followed it a little bit. It looked a little, part of my French looked a little autistic for me to follow. I wasn't about it.
I mean, it's a good way to sum it up.
Yeah,
she's no longer doing the movie.
No, she's not.
Dude, Ghost in the Shell, whatever
and it's so crazy
that's about. But
wait, Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
No.
That movie already came out.
It's supposed to be based on a mafia. It was a mafioso who was transgender. It was I think male to female, and this guy, well, her now was this huge figure in the mafia world, in the criminal underground. So they were doing a movie based on her. Scarlett Johansson was going to play that part, where I guess this man who got the section and everything, that's when Johansson came in. And that's when the uproar happened. You should get a transgender person, somebody who could play the role, not this. And oh my god,
It's called acting.
It's
Yeah.
Mark would know more than anybody. You know, it's acting. You pick the person best fit for the role in the sense of how talented they are, not their
Yeah.
fucking identity.
You're not entitled to a role just because you already
Yeah.
have the certain parts,
100%.
if you know what I'm saying.
100%.
Hey, but people
Or
don't
lack
understand
of
that
parts.
acting is basically, we all used to do it, play pretend. Remember that? Somebody used to be the cops, somebody used to be the Indians, or cops and
Yeah.
robbers. Everybody always play act.
Yeah. And fucking Star Wars, you're playing Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like my black friend playing freaking Anakin Skywalker. You think I get a fucking uproar over him not being white?
You can't be Anakin. You're too dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
It's-
You're Mace Windu.
When does it ever say in a book or anywhere like Anakin Skywalker white? It doesn't,
it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
yeah.
but here's another example I would give too, going off of Devour's point. Another Netflix show. This is another thing I talk to my friends about. Troy, Fall of the City.
Yeah.
You look up the Iliad, which is written by Homer,
Yep.
and he describes Achilles as like fair blonde hair with very white skin. Like it's literally not
Blonde
quote
hair
unquote,
walls.
but yeah, like literally Aryan, like blue eyes, blonde hair, as white as you can fucking be.
Mm-hmm.
They picked the blackest motherfucker to play Achilles in this freaking show. I didn't care. I just thought it was funny as fuck being a historian. Like, I thought it was so goddamn funny that they picked the blackest of black. And then I thought about it. What if they had a white guy play Shaka Zulu, who was also like an actual African warrior? The fucking uproar.
He was
Cow
the African
Cow.
warrior
If
that...
someone played Cow Cow
Oh, shit.
in Chinese Dynasty, like a white person playing that. The
People
fucking
care one way, but not the other.
that is it's stupid.
Remember a couple years ago, Matt Damon did a movie about the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, it was like called the Great Wall. I
It was
think.
called the Great Wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people were pissed about that.
But the thing
And-
was, here's the funny thing. That wasn't even a movie made by Hollywood. That
No.
was all China.
It's a
And
Chinese movie,
they-
and China loved it.
they loved it. But here in America was all that crap like, oh, why they had to add a white person, Hollywood, whatever. Hollywood didn't touch it. Hollywood didn't do anything. It was the Chinese film group who did this movie. They knew if they would have brought this movie without an American actor, it will most likely bomb in the U.S.
And
Was
development.
it H Brothers?
I
forgot who.
don't remember.
Because they are they're like the biggest Chinese-based production company, and I mean they come out with hits. Like they just did Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg. Like they know what they're doing when it comes to making movies.
Yeah, Devour mentioned this movie too. Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. People started having God, I can't say the fucking word.
Uproar.
Uproar.
Uprising.
Thank you. Uproar. They started having an uproar about it because Scarlett Johansson is white and the movie takes place in fucking Japan. It's like if any of y'all dumbasses actually watch the fucking anime the movie's based about, she's not a person. She's a fucking robot made by a goddamn fucking American company. Like the model was supposed to be American or like European looking. And people had an uproar about it, and people in fucking Japan were being interviewed about the movie, and they're literally saying in the interviews like, why are Americans getting mad about this? Like that's what she looks like in the show, and that's like I'm like yes, she looked. First of all, because I'm a huge Ghost in the Shell fan, it's probably like a top 3 anime for me, and I thought Scarlett Johansson played the part perfectly. So Makoto, top 3 favorite anime. I can't even say her goddamn name.
Makoto, yeah,
whatever.
that's her name.
Yeah, Makoto. And the other point I wanted to bring up too with that is they get mad at that, but it's like you look at pretty much every anime ever. Can you name someone that looks fucking Japanese in anime?
No, I can't think of one.
They're all like
Mikasa?
90%. Mikasa. 90% of them look fucking European.
And that's because they tend to use European lore. Look at
That's
Full
what
Metal
I'm saying.
Alchemist.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, fucking
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, Naruto even. They have a lot of
main
Western
character
structures.
Naruto, blonde hair, blue eye kid.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Like, if you don't want them to use American European actors, stop making them look fucking European. Like they did the Netflix movie for Full Metal Alchemist, the real life one. Like they took a Japanese guy and just put a blonde wig on him, and that looked fucking weird.
Wait, there's a Netflix movie for Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah,
It
you
came
gotta
out
watch it.
When did it come out?
like a year ago.
It's Netflix. Things come out like in 2 seconds, and you forget about them because they don't advertise.
What the fuck? Because I heard about the whole Full Metal Alchemist movie and how close it was in terms of looks, but I thought it was just bullshit.
It was good. I didn't mind it.
Was it made by that Japanese film group?
Huh?
Was it made by a
H
Japanese?
Bro.
H-Bro?
Oh,
Are you asking? I don't know.
Yeah. Because when it comes to Japanese, like these Japanese movies with CGI and shit, it is so bad. The only thing I give the Japanese film, when it comes to Japanese film, I love their horror.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. When it comes to other stuff, it's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh man, well,
How long?
Podcast
How
flew
long-
by.
it's been about an hour and 11 minutes.
Wow,
Yeah,
like 2 seconds.
it feels like 2 seconds.
It's fun because it's just like I like no scripts.
Yep, this is why I want to do it. It comes out all naturally and fluid, and crack jokes in the middle of it half the time.
Exactly.
Tank, what are you watching? What's the last thing you remember watching that was like, oh, this is good?
I watched a documentary based on haunted houses. That shit was pretty fun.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective. I love when they take like something cultural and they just like tell you all about it, and you're like, wow, this is like really freaking cool.
Yeah, I was watching like basically how these people like how they prep for haunted houses and things like this. You guys probably heard about the McCanny Manor, right? I think it's based out in L.A. or San Francisco or some shit like that.
Is that where they did the American Horror Story?
No, this is McCanny Manor. No, these are like haunted houses, like fun houses, not actual like ghost hunting or whatever. No, these are just people preparing, setting up for Halloween. Well, one of the houses, one of the attractions is McCanny Manor. I want to say it's based in L.A. or I think it's L.A. like somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
Okay.
They're literally, you sign a waiver, and these motherfuckers could put their hands on you. They could fucking drown your ass and all this other stuff. Like, it's hardcore. They don't have a safe word. It's like, if you're in there, you're fucking in there. That's it. You're done. And the guy who runs the place, he acts as like the creepy maniac film guy who's recording the whole thing and says all this creepy shit. When he first started it, it's a good thing. It's called what's it called? Haunted, the Art of Scare, I think it's called. Haunters, the Art of Scare. And it just shows you like these people's difference, what they see for their haunted houses, like what they do and how they really dislike people like McCanny Manor, like the people who did McCanny Manor. Like having them put their hands on you, they drag you, just make it horrible. If you puke, they'll grab your puke and stuff it right back in your mouth so you could puke again. They do all this shit. People come out, you see the videos. Like if you watch this you watch this documentary, the people walking out of McCanny Manor are just literally like, they're shaking, they're fucking crying. You got people who are just dazed out, like, you just broke these people mentally. And it starts off with a kidnapping. They tell you this is where you meet them. You sit down there, he comes up with his guys, which he used to have teenagers, that he stopped and started hiring veterans and fucking ex-cons and shit. He needed people with muscle and strength that could like really tough handle these guys. Yeah. And you see these guys just all run out the fucking car, put a hood over your head, and fucking drag you into the vehicle, and you're fucked from there on out.
Jeez.
Did you talk about Eastern State Penitentiary or just that one?
No, it was that one, not Eastern State Penitentiary. So they talked about McCanny Manor. They had another one in, I want to say, L.A. too. There's one guy who he was a prop. He was a prop artist. Did a lot of props until they moved his job to like China, or whatever. And so he started doing this on his own. Started making his own haunted houses. This one lady who's considered like she's like the big name in terms of the haunted house like community. She's been doing it for years, and how it changed from her like coming out scaring people to now doing this haunted house like this theme, this what is it called, like a haunted house tour, and where you're touring with somebody, and throughout the whole thing is more like a show. You got people scaring you, or you're walking around with your tour guy, and it's more of a show that they're putting on for you than it is this dumb popping out of a fucking window and scaring the hell out of you.
I like
They
that
still have
idea.
their jump scares. They still have that, and it's kind of cool. And they even make it interactive, and where they'll have like a key. Can you go walk to that bathroom and tap that old lady sitting in the bathtub? He has to go walk into the bathroom, tap the lady, and door shuts and everything. Now you just hear Key screaming like a little girl trying to get the fuck out of there. And people who are like, the whole group was like, holy shit, the fuck happened to him? That's how they're like changing up the game. It's all about that. It's like how it started, how the game has been changed, and how people like are still doing the old school way, how people are putting their own spin on it, and how McCanny Manor is like the extreme, and people want more of that.
Well, besides taking and grabbing you, do they actually like torture you to pain? Like
No, it's more of a mental type shit.
Yeah.
So whatever fears you have, if you're claustrophobic, bro, they'll throw you in a coffin with somebody, and they're just screaming in your ear. They're fucking grabbing you. They're groping you. Or they'll throw you in a cage, literally in a cage, and dump you in a kiddie pool and fill it up with water. And now you're fucking freaking out because you can't get out.
That's
Man,
intense,
yeah, it's
man.
a bit of torture though.
It's literally it's borderline torture, you could say, because they're not
Torture,
what they're not
Jason.
doing is they're not fucking waterboarding you. They're not actually drowning you. It's the fear that when you're in that cage, you're actually above
Right.
the water, but it's just the fear of you feeling the water rise up. You're like, holy shit, I need to get out of here, because you're starting to feel that water
Right.
coming closer to your mouth. But in reality, it's not gonna happen. He
It's
pushes
more
the
like
limits.
you don't know the situation, and that's why your mind freaks out.
Mm-hmm. But the guy who runs Mechanic Manor, he actually interviews his attendees. He does. If you're mentally unstable, you are not coming. He doesn't want to be responsible for
Why
those
would-
who he
Serious.
breaks. So if you're mentally unstable,
Yeah,
you're not.
what's the criteria of that? Like, can't be what? Obviously, you can't be depressed or anything crazy like that. But
No.
like, what's the logistics?
Also, here's the funny thing: he doesn't charge you money for Mechanic
Okay.
Manor. All he
That's cool.
charges is 4 cans of dog food. Those 4 cans of dog food is then donated to what you call
Shelter.
it? A shelter for what was that thing? Great Danes, not Danes, Greyhounds.
Oh, okay.
So he tends to donate that. So people just bring in all types of dog food. He takes that and he donates it. Most of this money that he does for this whole haunted house, he spends, that's his own money. But I let you guys watch it. It's fucking good. It'll open your eyes in terms of like, if you guys love to do haunted houses with like friends or family or whatever, it'll really open your eyes and be like, man, this is pretty intense. Like, this is pretty crazy. Like how some people prepare and how actually some people actually get hurt in the haunted houses. There's several times I wanted to punch a fucking clown that popped up in my face in one haunted house. I held back. I was like, oh shit, you got lucky. Ooh, that would not have been pretty for you.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, this year for my birthday, since it is in October, I want to go to the Six Flags Fright Fest and do the haunted houses. I did it last year and I had a fucking bomb ass. It was funny because I wasn't really getting scared as much. My friends were, and it was fucking fun just to see them scream.
Yeah, there. Friday Fest. We have Universal Horror Nights here at Universal Studios. It's pretty good. They like close the back lot down and they make like mazes through all the movie sets and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Key? You all have cornfields up there, and people just come out and scare you?
Hey, Rob.
We all carry up here, so none of that shit really happens.
Scary enough.
Yes. Yep. Scary enough. Pop, pop, motherfucker. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, we're very loving state, except for Rochester. Stay away from Rochester. Filthy people. But besides that,
I think you told me and Mark when we were up there about Rochester, like, hey, don't go that way.
Yeah.
I live in Manchester, and Manchester is not that good either. But we only have a drug problem. Like, we don't have a violence and robbery problem. We only have a drug issue.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Nashua too. It's
because there's nothing to do there. You guys gotta get some culture.
get some fucking culture. Yeah, okay, whatever. We're fine.
We're
We got our own deal, man. We're good up here. I'm eventually gonna run for office. I don't know when. I'm probably thinking 2 terms from now. I'm gonna run for office.
State representative?
Wait,
Yep.
are you being serious?
Yeah, state rep. I'm gonna run for a state rep of my district.
Oh, what for?
Like
what's the
my
interest
reason?
there?
Oh,
Yeah.
have you not had a long-term conversation with me like ever?
No,
Any of us ever
I
had a
mean,
long-term
I
conversation
get-
with
I
him
get-
ever?
I get your ideology. I'm saying like what motivated you to like actually want to be a part of that like political process?
You said, oh,
It's-
Trump can do it. I can do it.
right? No,
Lol.
it's
When Devour doesn't talk much, but when he talks, he gets some bangers in.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he does.
does.
no, it's you should work for what you're passionate for, not really work just for working. And the only 2 passions I really have is politics and history. And history requires a college degree, and I think the college institution's a scam for the most part. So, sorry, Devour. No offense. So that left me with
Hello, you don't care about my.
huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Are you still in school?
No, I graduated.
Well, yeah, Mark, you are in the teaching field. I mean, I would love to be a high school history teacher. That I would honestly, regardless of the pay, I would love doing it.
I was
No,
in the
I
same
think-
boat as you,
I
bro.
wouldn't mind just being an
I do
adjunct
think you
teacher.
would enjoy it. Yeah.
I severely enjoy a history class, but that requires a degree, which puts me in debt. And I'm not about getting any more in debt than the already $260,000 I am with my house. So I'm all set in that front. But no, politics. I have an ideology. I am brutally nonpartisan, where I don't accept bullshit from either side, and I think that's something that's lacking in any political field. So,
Are
yeah.
you trying to say you
So-
announced you're running here on
Incompetent
Podcast?
nerds.
Oh, Jordan, are you announcing it right now?
So you are announcing you will be running the next 2 terms.
I need more experience. I need more experience here, being a homeowner in my district in Manchester. I need to live here a few more years before I can say that.
So you're telling me I got first dibs on interview?
Oh yeah, exclusive.
I got the
Monopolize
exclusive
it, dude.
interview.
Monopolize it.
I do have a sales pitch though, or a marketing strategy for my campaign. Is I'm actually going to do a Q&A on a Twitch stream while playing a video game. And
Bro, you're
I
gonna
know
have
that
so many other politicians. You're gonna let this guy who plays video games and a tattoo on his arm run for political office.
I know it's right. I mean, I
Paid
mean,
for
geez, I should
by
be doing more
whatever the
stuff like
fuck.
fucking being bought up by big oil and fucking doing stupid shit like that too, right?
Yeah.
No,
No, you be bought up by EA and shit.
yeah. Instead of being bought by big oil, I'll be bought by EA and Activision. No, they don't connect with millennials, man. They
Yeah.
don't connect with them, and the best way to connect with them, honestly, is millennials, and the generation after that is streaming.
Yeah.
It's the best way to connect with them. Social media was the first step to that, but Twitter is not really an environment I like particularly. So and Facebook is for memes. And
Well,
True.
and that leaves me with Twitch or some other stream like YouTube Live or something. I'll play For Honor and just fuck people up in For Honor while answering questions about our political atmosphere.
Oh man.
good luck, man.
I don't need it. I wouldn't.
No, I know.
He
You
always
invite
wins.
us to the party.
You broke up,
Fly
bud.
out. Invite us to the party when you win, and we'll both fly out there.
Oh, yeah.
Should I buy my ticket now?
You buy it,
So
yeah,
confident
you're
you're
click,
gonna
click,
win.
click, 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 going on it right now.
He's already getting the ticket. I'm feeling confident. He's gonna win. Even though I don't vote for Republican, he's gonna win.
I'm not even a Republican, man.
So we're gonna go under the Democrat, Socialist Democrat, or Democrat.
Independent. I am honestly as nonpartisan as you can possibly be in any topic.
Remember when you were 16 and you thought you were Republican?
Oh, when I was 16, I knew I was Republican. And then I just, honestly, a lot of what pushed me away was the military and seeing how straight people were. And I was like, okay, it's not.
we talked about that a lot.
Yeah, and I'm morally a libertarian, but, or the other term would be constitutional conservative, like where it's strict interpretation of the Constitution. But I certain social issues that the left has, I have. I think there's some legit social issues in this country that need to be addressed, and I hold that. But at the same time, I believe more in the individual than the collective whole.
Yeah.
I believe that individual responsibility and individual right to pursue what they want to do, and without the government involving on that, should supersede your label, like your identity or what social group you belong to. And I think that's at its core, those are the two real dividers. Like people say, like you Google what's the difference between a liberal and a conservative, and there's a lot. You'll find a lot of like issues and structures, but really at the core, on a philosophical level, one side values the collective group and the other side values the individual.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm on the side that values the individual. If you want to fuck up your life, fuck up your life. If you want to better yourself and make smart decisions, do that. And I believe there should be nothing barring you from succeeding. It's sorry, I know this isn't really the podcast to talk about this, but I can go on, man.
They made it this far already, so
I
asked
all the way.
It's my fault.
But yeah, Mark, it's like our last episode with me and you, I was telling you like my political views were, I was once liberal and then I became more of I just call it a centralist, where I do see both views and feel like I am on both sides, but I lean a little bit just towards the left.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
I feel like that's, for me, that's the way to go. Is like you see both sides. I like what both sides have, but I tend to lean a bit towards the left. But it's more like I like what both sides bring to the table. If both sides, if whatever they bring to the table benefits me, I'm cool with it. That's all I care about.
If you blatantly shut out one side or the other side, you're just gonna cause more discourse.
Exactly.
And I gotta fucking say this right now. One of the sides, I'm just gonna go left and right. One of the sides is literally throwing mass boycotts and protests just because someone with a different fucking opinion is speaking at their campus, and the other side is not doing that shit.
Yep.
Like someone like Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rubin, to note, like shit like that. Like they'll go to speak at campuses, and there's literally protests and calling it fucking hate speech just because it's a different kind of opinion. The other side doesn't do that. There's not really that many conservative campuses, but the other side doesn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
And that is how, at its blunt, that is how Hitler got his fucking party to become one of the most powerful, is by morally denouncing the other side. As they're the bad guys, don't fucking listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not have a discussion about it. Just trust me, they're the bad guys. I'm getting super tinfoil hat here. I'm sorry, but like that's just
that's a good one.
No, it's a good one because hey, if
Tinfoil hat.
Like it's seriously, it scares me how easy these people who are supposedly fucking adults, college, like people going to college, are supposedly adults, refuse to fucking listen to a different opinion. And instead of discussing their opinions on why they think that other guy's wrong, they decide to boycott, they decide to fucking protest, write petitions.
Like, has to do with entitlement.
It is. It's a lot of entitlements. I blame it, a lot of it, on our parents' generation for kind of fucking up on being parents. And it's brought a lot of kids who don't know conflict. They don't know how to deal, not physical, but like
conflict resolution.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like they don't know how to resolve conflict on a social discussion level. They grew up thinking everything they're fucking saying is correct.
Yeah.
And now you have this issue where someone has the audacity to have a different kind of fucking opinion than you, and all of a sudden it's a fucking issue. Like that girl, I think she ran for New York.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, Ortiz, whatever.
Ben Shapiro offered her $10,000 to any charity of her choosing just for her to come on his show and talk. Disclaimer, Ben Shapiro literally would have fucking ruined her career because he would destroy her in a debate, and I know that. But
I've seen his ass, and I've seen the videos in him in the debates. It's just fucking hilarious.
And I keep in mind, I don't agree with him on everything. Like his stance on abortion, I don't agree with it.
Me neither.
You know, it's like little things like that. But that, like some other dude said, like to her, like in a tweet, like, "Are you gonna respond to Ben Shapiro's request for you to do that?" And she literally said, she gave an analogy, but implied that Ben Shapiro was catcalling her.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro offering her $10,000 donation to either her campaign or charity or choosing, she resorts to calling him a catcaller. And that's honestly the epitome of, in my opinion, the epitome of the majority of the progressive movement.
Yeah.
Is utilizing labels to warp the other side's point of view. And it's fucking dangerous. It's really dangerous. When you start denouncing the other side as evil just because of a difference of opinion, you start getting into some dangerous fucking territory. Just like Canada now has that fucking law over the last year where if you do not address a transgender person by how they want to be addressed by, that can be considered fucking hate speech, and you can literally fucking serve a fine or jail time for that.
Because that's just them trying to make a little bit extra dollars.
Yeah, and that's fucking scary. It's like, and I feel so fucking alone. And I know you guys probably have some kind of the same views as me, but I feel so alone where I live because I live in a very liberal region of the country, and no one fucking sees it. It's like, it's really bad.
NH? Where you're
NH, like Manchester South is all like, it might as well be an extension of Massachusetts socially.
Oh, no, because you guys are a swing state, right? You're not a Democrat or Republican.
But north of Manchester gets all super redneck Republican, but south of Manchester and Manchester is all liberal, and it's
just because you guys are by like closer to the city, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
keep in mind too, I grew up in Mass, and I grew up in a very liberal town in Mass, and I saw it kind of filter into school, into high school and middle school. And a lot of kids in my grade grew up liberal, and I think most of the reason why they grew up liberal was because of the subtle influence they received in school, in public school. It's fucking... the same shit happens in, like, Texas and Alabama, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And also with parents influencing. Whenever I do have my kid, I don't know when, and he's going to regret living with me, but whenever I do,
you know it's gonna be a he.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Here we go. $500 fine right there, homie.
No, But whenever I do have my kid, I'm going to ensure a policy that, honestly, Qneg's motto: "Nothing is true, everything's possible."
Yep.
It's
don't
quote. Quote that.
It's true, everything's
no,
possible.
it's. No one's right. Nobody's right. When you see an article with a super flashy fucking headline going, "Trump eats a Mexican child," fucking look that up for a second before you share that on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people would. We live in a society full of fucking idiots who refuse to read more than a subtitle or read more than the title of an article.
I would say I've been a victim of that a couple times. I never shared. It's more like, the fuck? Trump ate a Mexican kid? Fuck. Next article. Let's go.
No, it's more of the concept of like information, right? Like information is the key to anything, I believe, at least. And when you start, especially companies that have so much data on us, and they use that data to manipulate like what we think and believe, that's like a problem.
It is. And honestly, like this came out recently where Trump started fucking going after Google about that. And I mean, I have to put this disclaimer here if this part's going to the full podcast. I am not in the fucking slightest a Trump supporter at all. In the slightest. He is the farthest thing from an actual conservative, so I do not like him. But he's not wrong. Google has been accused multiple times, legitimately accused of being left biased and applying the left bias in Google result searches. Like, I mean, I think Trump, the search results that Trump comes up with, he deserves them because he says and does stupid fucking shit all the time. Yeah, cafefe. But he's on to something with that. Google, Facebook, man, they all have an inherent bias. Not like the company as a whole, but the people who are actually in charge of how the fucking programs run. They have an inherent bias, and that inherent bias, I think, can infiltrate how the programs work. I know I'm getting super into it and super
keep going, 'cause this is getting real interesting, bro.
I think that we again get into this fucking issue where Google has a monopoly, rhetorical monopoly on what we use to search for practically anything. Yeah. They are by far the largest search engine in the world. And you have that one company controlling that one search engine, and you're trying to look up certain fucking things, and it filters for you based on recommendations, but those recommendations can kind of push towards what you want. Like, I'm trying to find, I forgot the exact topic. It had to do something with the military or something with Syria. And I tried, in my politics chat with my other friends, I tried pulling an article that I read like 5 years ago that Obama doing the same fucking thing that Trump did that was outraged about, and I couldn't find it. Like, it was 7 pages in a row about Trump. And like I typed in fucking like Obama, blah, 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 blah. And like I know how to Google search, but I couldn't find the fucking articles I was looking for. And it could just be a coincidence because it was like just the dates, you know what I mean? Like being like 5 years ago versus like recently. Yeah. But man, it's just like that Google engineer got fucking canned because he had an op-ed. He put an op-ed out about Google's left bias and about how he feels women can be better utilized in the tech industry. And if you read the fucking piece, it's legitimate stuff. Like, it's legitimate scientific backed shit about how men and women think and interact differently, whereas men work better in independent working fields and females work way better as a team than men ever could because of men's like fucking alpha male mentality with shit. Females work really well together. It's a scientific fucking fact. And
social psychology.
Yeah, and he implemented that in his fucking it was like an open letter, and he was like, this is how I feel. And he goes, I feel that it's he also opened up about Google's classes. Google hosted classes about talking about racial bias and like white privilege and shit like that. And I'm like, I think it's really inappropriate for a company to be doing. But what do you really expect though out of a Silicon Valley company? It's just like the entire climate in Silicon Valley is that. It's the epitome of what I've been talking about. And Mark Zuckerberg even said that during his not interview, but hearing, during his congressional hearing after the fucking data breach. He said when a senator fucking asked them about like, how do you feel about bias in the industry? He goes like, I'm not going to lie to you that Silicon Valley is definitely left biased. And I'm not saying that's fucking hammer down like that's it, that proves it, but like it's when anyone tries bringing up the conversation, you get called what I've been saying, a tinfoil hat, like fucking crazy guy for even thinking about it. But it's like
Alex
if you,
Jones got pulled off of the internet.
dude, oh no, Alex Jones is fucking nuts. You guys hear that he a video surfaced of him on a live stream, caught a glimpse of his fucking computer, and his computer had like transgender porn on it.
T-Girls, I think it was called, or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. Oh my god,
I got a brief news on my little news thing I get on my phone.
Yeah.
So I have the Apple News, and it sends me like interesting articles, and I saw that, I was like, oh shit, damn, bro,
so fun, so goddamn funny.
Sucks for you now.
Dying.
Never gonna see him again.
Yeah. But no, I think you can't ignore the bias. That's all I'm saying. You can't ignore that a very strong majority of media sources, being news sites, entertainment sites, the entertainment industry, Hollywood, a very strong majority is left biased. And you cannot fucking ignore that. People want to bring up Fox. That's fine. It's like Fox, Breitbart, Daily Wire, and like a shitload of like fake ass news sites that your grandma shares to Facebook saying like fucking all capitals, like Hillary emails, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, and it's like the name of the URL is like freedomeagleusa.com. You know, it's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you've seen those, but like besides those fucking fake websites, it's literally just Fox, Breitbart, Daily Wire for legitimate ones. And then on the left, I can fucking go on, man. And that's just media between CNN, ABC, NBC, PBS even, Huffington Post, Now This, BuzzFeed. I can fucking list a lot. I said Now This. The other one, AJ Plus, it's the fucking worst one out of all of them. But then
doesn't
Netflix,
AJ Plus does like the whole like it's shocking, like America versus whatever.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
AJ Plus?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
AJ
those,
Plus.
like, in those 2-minute videos.
Yeah, those
And
minute
then-
videos. It's shocking how America hasn't done this, but here in this country they do this. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck off.
here in this country that has 1/300th the population of the United States and 1,000th the fucking size, somehow they're able to do that no problem. Why can't the U.S.? It's like, have you fucking ever taken a logistics class before? Because I fucking have. That's
What is
really
it?
goddamn hard.
The U.S. has what, the third I think it is. The U.S. is the third populous country in the world.
No.
It's
China,
China,
right?
India, and U.S. I think is the third populous. I want to say it is the third.
Population's the word I'm looking for.
Well, population. The third highest population in the world.
Yes.
U.S. is third.
Yes, that's accurate.
So for people,
I
was in that boat. At first, I was in that liberal boat of, yeah, we should have free healthcare, and yeah, we should have this and that. And then after a while, I started noticing, like, wait a minute. Canada only has about 60, not even 60, like 30 million people. You could fit all of Canada. You could fit Canada's entire population in California alone. That's it.
Yeah. And
There's
it's like,
no way in hell we could go ahead and give everybody and their mama free
my
healthcare.
aunt has dual citizenship. She lives in Canada with her husband, right? Well, she did. She preferred to go across the border to her doctor's appointments. Because Canada, you have to fucking wait so goddamn long for one scheduled doctor's appointment, and when you go there, you have to talk about the one thing you wanted to talk about. You can't bring up multiple shit.
Yeah.
And that's like in the US, yes, it's fucking expensive. There's a lot of shit we can get into on why it's expensive, but I don't think a government band-aid solution is gonna fix how expensive it is.
But then again, everybody and their mama always comes to the U.S. for surgeries and shit. What does that tell you?
Because we have one of the highest quality healthcares in the world. And then you want to like relate to like, because a study came out about like how, you compare the U.S. Average lifespan and average survival rates and shit in the U.S. versus other countries, and it's static, even though the other countries have socialized healthcare. And it's like, again, we're like 50 times the size of these other countries. We have so many different biomes and different environments, different diseases get transmitted. Like, we are way more susceptible to these kind of diseases than they are.
Or the life expectancy. There's 350 Americans right now, and fucking, who has the highest life expectancy? I think it's like Japan. Japan has about 120 million people. and their population is decreasing.
I see.
So
Well, guys, I don't mean to cut this off, but I do
No,
have
we
to
should.
take
We
off.
should. Because I
Yeah.
can go on forever, and I'm
Okay.
supposed to
Yeah.
work 6 hours.
I do have to take off, though.
No. It's a good point to cut off.
it is.
Happy Labor Day, everybody.
But
Yeah, dude. It's good seeing you. Get a fucking computer, man. Or get a PS4 at least. Play with us.
All right.
Mark, where can they find you?
Mark is Dodger fan on Twitter. Mark_Brewer7 on oh, I'm sorry, I said that backward. Mark is Dodger fan on Instagram. Mark_Brewer7 on Twitter. Mark is Dodger fan on my PSN. And you can put all that links in there. But guys, this was awesome. Qneg reunion. We gotta do it more often.
Oh yeah.
I agree. I really tried getting Jay Moore in today, but he didn't respond, so.
No
That's
worries. I will see you guys later. Mark
Peace,
out.
All right, Key, where can they find you?
Twitter's for posers. Facebook is for posers. Instagram's for posers. YouTube, Jordan Key. I just have video game videos and my dog.
All right. And he is accepting challenges. So where can they find you on Steam or
Proverbs
whatever?
147.
Proverbs 147. Very religious man, this guy.
Proverbs 14:7. Do not listen to a foolish man, for you will not find knowledge on his lips. AKA, do not listen to fucking idiots.
All right, I like that one. What about you, Devour? Where can they find you?
You can find me on the Pant Leg, all social media, and Sports and Rants with Bread and Pants for sports social media.
Do you do voice blogs with that? I know you said you did your blog. I don't know if you do like podcasts on that.
I did when I was at school in college.
Yeah. If you ever want to start a podcast, man, or something like that, or like do like one of those like it's like a written blog, but it shows like the back and forth of a conversation. And if you totally want to start an argument with a Patriots fan, man, I am here.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, online I just have the interviews that I did with the former athletes from when I was in school.
Oh, nice.
I mean, if you want to, we interviewed Steve Grogan, but he was
did ya?
impressed. It was an odd interview.
Yeah.
But I think he owns like some sports store somewhere.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how we got his contact information.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so Sports and Rants, search it.
Sports and Rants, all right.
Yeah, with
Alright.
Bread and Pants.
With brand fans. Okay.
All right. You guys can find me on ICN_Tank on Twitter. You're not going to find me on Instagram, but you can follow Incompetent Nerds on Instagram and also Incompetent Nerds on Twitter. All the links are usually provided below in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Incompetent Nerds with the Qneg crew. We'll probably be back again for another time. This time, it'll be a little bit different. I say that all of us one day just get a bottle of whatever our favorite alcohol is and just fucking drink and
Just
talk
go.
shit. Just
go
drink and
at it.
go. Just get drunk and podcast. That's it.
Jesus, you don't even have to get me fucking drunk. I'll just start ranting.
Yeah, that's true. It's just I gotta get drunk to understand what you're saying.
All right, brother. Good having me, man. Thanks for having us.
No problem. You guys have a great one. Everybody, peace out.
Happy Labor Day. All right.